Morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTubers. Sorry I haven't been vlogging recently. Just been going through a whole bunch of different mental things, you know, with people passing away and so on and so forth. But we're back today. We're working. We're going to take the car to get aligned. So I got a special guest with me today too. So let's enjoy it. Keep going.
Mr. Producer.
Yeah, guys, so much updates that I haven't really been posting because I've just been trying to work through it without the without vlogging, honestly. And got my boy with me. Yo, say what's up, 40.
What's up,
You hanging it? Oh, whoa, whoa, yo, whoa, whoa. Yo, what happened? Yo, my God. Alright, I'm sorry about that, guys. We almost killed 40 on his first vlog back. The car runs and drives great. I test drove it. I put the rain guards on. I'm still waiting for this little section to dry up, but they look great. Thank you for the suggestions on rain guards. I've got the seat in, just the driver side, because we're still going to clean up some wiring in there. And, yeah, we're going to get it aligned today. What do you think about the rain guards? What do you think about the seat install, too? Sparkle, sparkle. All right, we're here with my boy Ivan, man. One of the go-to guys in heads-up racing when it comes to aligning cars. So he's done the AK-47 plenty of times. He offers corner balancing, alignments, so on and so forth. So if you're looking for a guy to get your 60-foot right, reach out to Ivan Alignments. I'll put his Instagram in my description. But Lefty is here. I'm glad you guys got to see me drive it for the first time on my channel. But we are going to get underway. Maybe Ivan can give us some at-home tricks to do or something just to help out the future. But we're here, man. We're going to start soon. Merkel! Look who's back from Texas. Yo. Yo, man. What's up, bro? What's up, my nigga?
Alright, so we got extra help. Usually with a lot of cars, right, when I have it here on the rack, you can see the bodywork of like it's all dripped or it's a shitty bodywork, but it's a really unbelievable bodywork on it. The panels, the doors, it's not wavy or anything like that. It's yeah, I'm very impressed, to be honest, whoever did it. All right, first thing we want to check, especially when you put a SES on, is your wheelbase. A lot of people just buy the kit, throw it on, bring it here, and it's a total mess, right? So just to advise people, right? It's the easiest thing to do is adjust wheelbase. I'm going to show it through the computer, but then I'm going to show you how you could actually measure your wheelbase yourself.
Awesome.
From the center of that axle to your center of the hub.
And that's how you correctly
Measure your wheelbase.
Somewhat, yeah.
So you see, you're pretty much at what it calls for.
101.
101.3, because you're about a quarter of an inch there.
Gotcha.
So if I was to measure the other side, it's going to measure a little, what is it? A little higher.
Okay.
But it's very close though.
Awesome.
This is for those that don't have the machine.
Yeah, exactly.
And
is installing an FCS trailer arm kit.
Absolutely.
So what's an ideal number to try to reach?
If you're drag racing, right? I've had them at 104, 104.5. You could really pull them back.
Yeah.
And if you want to cut the bumper, you could probably pull it all the way to 105.
So you want that number to be as high as
Well,
possible.
the longer the
wheelbase, the more
you know,
traction.
the more
Yeah.
it's going to be best for traction because your weight transfer and everything is, you know, it's going to
Awesome.
everything's going to come into work.
Great information. I hope you guys are appreciating this.
The next thing to do is work on the rear.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to work with the rear camber and the rear toe.
Awesome.
You do not go to the front. I've seen a lot of guys, oh, the guy did the front first, then the back. It doesn't work that way.
So basically, one of the golden rules is start at the rear. Pause.
You have to, yeah.
You heard that pause.
have to.
You heard that pause. It was timed perfect. Look at that freedom. We're in the rear now, and you're adjusting what?
So from here, you control the rear toe. From here, you control your wheelbase if you were trying to adjust it. From here, you control your camber. Now, if you move your upper camber arm and the lower control arm, you could control your lateral offset. So you could push the wheel out as well as you could bring the wheel in. But it's very tricky. You always have to make sure you have the same amount of threads on this end as well as this end. If not, you're gonna have almost sticking out more than the other. And that's another thing that a lot of guys do.
Awesome.
Another big issue with a lot of guys on the upper camber kit, this adjustable arm. You always wanna have the same amount of threads on both sides. That's another problem. A lot of people show up here, 0 threads here, and the whole thing is threaded out over here. You don't want that because then, for adjustability reasons, it's just gonna be a pain in the ass.
How do we do?
I was just telling Trump, I'm like, who did this?
How do we do?
I'm like, because everything is pretty much the way it has to be.
Yeah.
Wherever you guys really installed this the way it has to be installed, where a guy like me that's gonna line the car is just looking at it and say, oh wow, my life is easy right now. You know, I don't have to take everything apart and straighten out the whole car and then adjust the car, which, you know, you'll spend 2-3 hours between one thing and another.
Awesome. Okay, Ivan, any tips on front cambers?
So on something like this, right, as you say that we're driving it on the street, having fun on the street, we're gonna run about -1.5, you know, which is not too straight but not too deep in. You know what I'm saying? It's say a conservative level. Well, you'll still be able to take a turn, and if you launch a car, it's still gonna hook very well. Because as the body comes up, camber is going to go towards the positive side, so you probably end up at -8, 6 to 8 around there.
So we're pulling out with the wheel.
When you take off, yeah. So that's
right now. How are you setting it? Well, give or take.
Well, right now, like I said, we're going to put it about -1.5 around there.
Okay. So you hanging it? You hanging it?
Nah.
You sleeping? Oh, you baby. You hanging it. All right, guys, we're all wrapped up here. Big shout out to my boy Ivan, man. Anywhere, where can people find you, man? How can they get in contact with you if they need your services? Yeah.
Anybody needs any type of help, questions, anything, you could always hit me up through Instagram at Ivan's Alignment. You know, DMs. From there, you'll find my phone number. You could text me any time of the day, any day. You know, we're always here to answer any type of question. As you know, Aki, you know, we're always at anybody's service.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Man.
Cámara.
Yo qué sé.